Hi there, my name is Toby, and on this channel I talk all about the energy, the chi, the prana, the ether, the force, as in the Jedi. It's all the same thing. And I take it very seriously. It's a real thing. I talk about it in the body for exercise, because you've got to feel it. You can really feel this force. And I talk about it spiritually, in terms of inner experience, the spirit experience of your soul spirit. That's very real. It's all part of it. And I talk about it philosophically and scientifically. It's also a real science. It's serious, serious stuff. And it's really ancient. I mean, it all boils down to shamanism. It all comes from shamanism. It's timeless. A shaman are very ancient, but they're in the present day, and there will be in the future. A shaman is a timeless thing. What is it? Well, a shaman is just someone who has a connection to both the spirit world and the material world. They can see both. They're like a bridge. But we all can do that. We all are both spiritual and physical. It just requires us to go inside, observe, train, practice, and learn about it, study ourself. It's all about self-mastery. And you see, the shaman is also a true scientist. There's no organization to this. There's no hierarchy. There's no university of the shaman. It's an individual, personal thing. You all have to do your own training, your own research, and reach your own mastery. You have to have your own connection to spirit, and that will be unique to you. It's personal. You have to develop your own intuition. You have to find the answers yourself. No one can tell you. The shaman, really a shaman as a healer, is just trying to help you find your own answers. That's all they're trying to do. They're not going to give you the answers so much as try to help you find them yourself. So in a way, that's what I'm trying to do on this channel. I'm trying to tell you universal knowledge, but the idea of this universal knowledge is to help you master yourself, find your own connection to spirit, so that you can find your own personal answers. And it also means your personal healing. So that's what I'm talking about today, herbal medicine. So we all know herbal medicine is powerful healing, and it's very ancient. Of course, these come from the shaman. So in the olden days, how did the shaman know about the herbs? They go to the jungle, all different plants, thousands of plants. So you can have a certain amount of experimentation, eating, but they would also have a connection with spirit, with the energy. They would be able to feel the energy of the plants. And even perhaps see the structure of the plant. Because everything has got these three aspects to it. Everything is spiritual, it is physical, and it is energetic. Three aspects. I have a spirit that is pure ether, pure metaphysics, not physical, abstract. I have a body. This body is physical. It is objective, material substance. But when spirit and matter connect and play with each other, now you've got energy. So I've got an energy to me. Three aspects. Now everything has, even this rock, there's three aspects to it. This rock has got a spirit. What is the spirit of this rock? Well, the spirit is metaphysics, pure information. Information is not physical. So this rock has some information. It has a particular shape, a unique geometry to this particular rock. Well, it's a crystal. This is black tourmaline. But the atomic structure is another shape. So there's a particular geometry inside it. There's a particular geometry outside it. That's information. That's mathematics. That's not physical. That is spirit. Pure information. So that's one aspect to it. It's also a substance now. It's a lump. It's got a material substance to it. So it's something real. That's another thing. But this material substance combined with the spirit, the geometry, the particular shape of this, simple as that. This is a unique shape. The shape combined with the substance, that's the spirit combined with the matter, creating energy. There's a particular energy to this crystal. And if I hold it, I can feel it. See, how can I find out the information? I have to feel it. Feelings is the key. Feeling is the midpoint. You see, above is the spirit, pure metaphysics. Below is matter. In the middle is energy, the soul. So I, the soul, am a combination of spirit and matter. Soul and body come together. You can think of the soul as the particular information required for this body. So that is the midpoint. That is the point where I am. That is the point where I learn and experience. If I want to learn about this rock, I feel it. That's the shamanic way. That's the way the shaman do it. It's holistic. It's integrated knowledge. Very difficult for modern science to understand that. Modern science would just look at the atomic structure. They'll think that's all that's important. They won't look at the outside shape. The outside shape of this rock is meaningless to them. But to the shaman, I will look at the shape. Ooh, there's some interesting patterns in that shape. That shape is giving it a spirit. That is another information, a particular geometry. There's something in that. When that geometry is combined with a substance, it creates an energy. So that's how the shaman works. Now, me and a living being, it's more complicated. This is very simple. This is not alive. There is a consciousness to it. That is the spirit, the information. There's a material substance to it, but it's very simple. It's just one substance and one little shape. For me, I've got a spirit. The spirit is information. Now, this body, there's a lot of information in here. So many things going on in this body. Trillions of layers of complexity. All the different substances, all the different chemicals, all the proteins, all the internal organs, the bone structure, the shape of my face, the external shape, the geometry of my particular body. We've all got different ones. Every body is unique, inside and outside. I mean inside, as in the cellular structure, the way my veins move, the pattern of my veins. Everyone's pattern of their veins and arteries is different. We've all got veins and arteries, yeah, but everyone's pattern of veins and arteries are different. So everyone's energy is going to be different. There's a different spirit combined with this, maybe the same material substance, but the same material substances arranged in a different pattern create a different energy. That's why we're all different. We're all the same, but we're all different. But for me, its energy is coming in all the time. I'm continually creating this body because it's so complex. The spirit coming to me is highly complicated information. Here, it's relatively simple information. In me, it's massive, complex information. And every single element in the universe is in the body. I think they said that now. Every single element in the periodic table is in the body. It's all there. It might be a tiny amount, but it's there. So much is going on. So the layers of complexity in this body are governed by the information of the spirit. So spirit, consciousness, information is providing the information to this material substance, but it's creating energy so that this body holds itself together. It keeps growing. I'm always growing. So that's the difference between a living object and a dead object. This is not living. It's still living in that the consciousness is the life force. It's made of it. But you can't call it living. It's not growing. It's just now static. And it's vibrating. But I'm changing. Every day I'm changing. Every 7 years or 8 years, every cell in the body has changed. It's a new one. So I'm growing a new body every day. It's new. This is being created. This is now already been created. It's finished. I am continually creating. Now, if you can understand that, now you understand what the shaman does. The shaman is feeling the energy, the balance between the spirit and the matter, the body. The soul and the body, it's the connection, soul-body connection. And this is where ill health happens, disease, pain, suffering. It's in the balance between the soul and the body. And this is where we can use medicine. So the purpose of medicine is to help you find the balance again. So you can think of health as good energy in balance. The spirit and the body, the soul and the body are in balance, harmony. and it's all working nicely, smoothly. Then ill health or sickness is when the balance is lost. Something has changed. Some part of your body, the life force is not getting to it. Energy is stuck. I mean, you can look at it very simply, like you get an injury, and then you have to, say I've cut my finger off. I have to put a tourniquet or something to stop the blood flow. So I stop the blood going there, but what happens is this area of your body is sort of dying now. It's dying. You'll get gangrene if you don't let it, you don't fix it and let the blood go back. So quite literally, if that happens, I put a tourniquet here, my hand is dying. My energy is not getting to the hand. This part of me is dying, is becoming inanimate. So in order for me to keep living, the life force, the energy must still get here to keep this alive. So this is what's happening. In sickness, energy has stopped flowing. There's areas where the energy is not moving. It's literally like that part of you is dying. So I need to get the energy to move, flow. New energy always coming, so everything is still living. What is living? Living is the energy, the information coming to you such that you keep growing. If that information can't get to you, the energy can't get to you, and you can't keep growing. So that's what sickness is. And all things happen to us. So of course the energy is going to move, it keeps changing, it gets stuck, you've got to keep it going. That's what life is. It's a process of energy coming in. You digest the energy, you use the energy, and you also release the energy. That's what we're doing when we're eating. We're eating some energy, digest the energy, make use of it, and then excrete the energy. Stuff we don't need goes out again. The old energy goes out. And this process must be in harmony for us to be healthy. So of course we can have medicine to help. And herbal medicine is very powerful, but what are we doing with the herbal medicine? It's not so much the plant. Remember, the plant is the same thing. 3 aspects to the plant. There is the spirit, there is the material substance, and then there's the energy. The spirit is the pattern, the particular information required to create this plant. And then there's the plant itself, the substances that are in the plant, the chemicals, the elements, the minerals that are in the plant. But then those 2 things together have an energy. That plant itself will have an energy to it. And it's living as well, so it's more complex than this crystal. So because it's living, it's already got an energy. Now the energy is what we need. The energy is the life. So in order to get the maximum potential out of herbal medicine, we want the energy of the herb. That's the key. The energy of it. So how do we get that? You see the shamanic way in the olden days, they actually go looking for the herb. They go in the jungle. They're searching for the herb. But they would do it like a hunter. That's how they would do it. They're hunting. They've gone into the spirit world. And they're walking through the jungle. They're sensing the energy. They're feeling the spirit around them. They're feeling all the energy of the plants, the animals in the jungle. They feel it all, they're sensing, and they're looking for the energy. They're searching. But they will localize, they will feel the energy of a particular herb. And they'll know they're coming to it. Oh, here it is, I can feel the energy. Somewhere there's the herb. And they'll creep up on it. They're hunting the herbs, just like animals. Why are they hunting it? Because the herb is alive. They want to capture some of the spirit. They want to capture the energy. So this is literally how they do it. They've got to creep up on the herb. You don't let the herb say, don't know it's coming. Creeping up. Herb doesn't know. The herb doesn't know. Pop, pick it. You pick the herb so quickly, the herb does not realize that it's been picked. So when you got the leaf, you've captured some of its energy. You've captured some of its spirit, its soul. There will be a soul in the herb. Now, if you're blundering along, dung, through the forest, you stumble upon the herb can sense it. It's alive. Everything is alive. Now, again, bear with me here. But because it's alive, it senses you coming, it will retreat. Its spirit, its energy retreats. It knows danger. Something's coming. I might get trampled. Someone might eat me. An animal might eat me. So its energy, its soul retreats deep into the earth. It goes down away. So that now its energy is going away, so that if it loses a few leaves, it doesn't mind too much. Yeah, just lose a few leaves, but my energy, my soul is hidden away, it's retreated. It's protecting itself. And then later, when there's safety, its soul comes out again and it starts to grow again. Now, the shaman want to capture the soul of the plant. So you've got to creep up on it. The plant is oblivious, happily growing away, boop, it's picked. So in that leaf now, you've captured some of its soul, its information. And now it's very potent herb. You just eat it raw. You've got the power. So raw herbs are going to be the most potent. So that's what I do, have it in salads. See, I'm not even worried about medicine per se. I look at the herbs that you can always eat. So coriander is one of the best. Coriander is the best detox herb. It chelates the blood, it releases heavy metals. So the minerals in coriander are very potent for detoxing, which we need in today's world. So always have coriander, fresh coriander in salads all the time. But I'm having it fresh, it's raw. So there's still some energy, life force energy in it. Now, it's been harvested, it's been picked, it's packaged, it's lost some of the soul, some of the spirit is gone, but some of the energy is still there because it's alive. Now, if you cook the herb, you've lost the energy as well, you've lost some of the energy is gone. Now, once you cook it, or you distill it, you do any process, now you're going down to just the elements. You're getting the minerals, the various elements. There's good stuff in there as well, but you've lost the energy and you've lost the soul, the spirit of it. So if you can grow your own herbs in the garden, they're even better. Ones you grow near, you look after them, you love them. But again, when you need them, you creep up on them and you pick them. You're very gentle about it. You don't harm the herb too much. So they don't mind, and you'll have a symbiosis. Because you look after them, they won't mind you taking some of their soul, taking some of their energy. Again, this is a shamanic way of looking at the universe. And all food anyway, all food is the way of medicine. But you see, there's three things. There's three types of things you eat. You eat food. Food will just sustain your balance. Then you eat medicine. Medicine will help to restore your balance. But you also have poison. Poison will knock you out of balance. But the trouble is, medicine and poison are interchangeable. Sometimes poison is medicine and sometimes medicine is poison. And in fact, all of the plant kingdom has got a bit of both. So even if you're going to find a medicinal herb, it will have an element of poison to it. That's why you've got to be careful. That's why the shaman needs intuition. That's why there's so many different herbs. You have to tune in to see what would be the right herb for you, because you've got to get the right balance of medicine and poison. Very, very interesting. You see, we are more in tune with the animal kingdom. We are essentially, our body is like an animal. It's more than an animal because we've got a pineal gland, we have self-awareness. Animals are not quite self-aware. There's still a difference. But our body is, of course, like an animal. So we are more in tune with the animal kingdom. So if we eat animal products, those products are already in the right balance. They're the right digestibility for our body. Again, it's going to be mixed feelings about this. I know vegetarians and vegans, they're trying to do the energy. They want to be harmless, don't want to hurt the animal. But it doesn't work quite like that. You can eat the animal products. In fact, we have to. It's the way of nature, because those are the products that are in tune with us. But the shaman even knows how to eat meat. The shaman will connect to the soul spirit of the animal. So even though they're eating the meat, they are still connected to the soul spirit of the animal. And in the spirit world, that animal will live on. They're actually providing immortality to that animal in spirit. It's a very hard thing to wrap your head around. But animal products are food. We can just eat those. They digest, no real poison in there. Plant products are slightly different. They're a different kingdom. So the only way we can digest plants is through fermentation in the gut. It's a bit more work. And we don't have all the bacteria to digest plants. So some we have to release. But we still need them because plants are more medicinal. They have a more powerful effect on our energy. But because they're powerful, they're medicinal, but they're also poisonous. I mean, look at psychedelics. They're poison, but they have a particular medicinal effect. They affect your soul spirit dramatically. You know. So again, that's still shamanic herbalism. Psychedelics is herbal medicine. It's the same thing. Same with aromatherapy. When you smell a flower, that's still the herb, but you're taking the herb through the nose, through smell, rather than eating it. And that goes straight to the soul spirit. It's still chemistry going into the brain. It's still the substance, but you haven't harmed the plant. You can just smell a flower without plucking it. So you can just breathe the energy of the plant without even harming it. That's smelling the roses. That's what they say, always stop to smell the roses. That's the shamanic way. But there's more potent, like I said, more potent plants. You've got the famous herb, the most famous sacred herb, looks like this, that we burn it. I don't want to say it, but we all know what that is. Again, that is a potent herb. It's a medicinal shamanic herb. You can eat it, it will have an effect. Or you burn it, it will have an effect. You vaporize it, you can smell it, it has an effect. But I was lucky enough once to actually smell some of those flowers, the sacred herb growing. Someone was growing it and I managed to go there, find it. And you just smell the flowers. You're not burning it, you're not eating it, you're not even touching it. Just smell it. And the fragrance coming, that's pure aromatherapy, but immediately it transports you into an experience, it was like divine experience. Very pure, very high, very clear. Just going into divine experience, energy. You're going straight to the spirit of the plant. So that's where the power is. But you can have that with lavender. Try lavender. Just lavender oil, we smell it. Takes you straight to the element. It's a different level of the energy of the plant. Like again, a rose. You go into deep relaxation and smell a rose. It will take you into a divine space. You enter the shamanic world through the plant. But again, you've got very much poisonous plants, so poisonous that they will finish you off. They'll knock you out of balance, so far out of balance that your soul and body separate, and that's it, you're finished. So shamanism is playing with energy, the energy of the natural world. And I am a part of this natural world. I'm a very complex structure of energy, and that can be in and out of balance. And I'm just trying to balance it. And the best way to do it is all the time. All the time you're just working on balance. Working on the balance of my bone structure, the geometry of my body. That is the spirit. You see, if I want to get a good spirit coming to me, what is spirit? Spirit is the information of my body. If I'm like this, crumpled down, the spirit is not coming to me. I'm supposed to be like this. That is the correct geometry of my bone structure. That is the information that my body is supposed to be following. So if I go to that good bone structure, I'm connecting to spirit. That's all I have to do. And immediately you're going to feel more energy. Just try it. Notice your posture in the day. Pull yourself up tall. Breathe in deeply. Chin up. You'll feel stronger. You'll feel more energy because you're getting spirit that way. And it's the same with herbal medicine. You're thinking about the colour, the shape of it. The same with berries and fruits. These are again, berries and fruits and herbs. These are the most potent in the plant kingdom. Berries, very intense colour. There's a lot of energy in that berry. But it's medicinal. It's also poisonous. A bit of both. And generally speaking, the darker the berry, the more potent the medicine. So blackberries are the king. So if in your diet you have animal products is number one, but then you have berries and herbs, number two. And then the rest of the vegetables, number three. They're less potent and they're harder to digest. But berries, herbs, fruits, these are medicinal. Mushrooms, again, it's another thing. Mushrooms is another kingdom. Mycelium kingdom, something different. They come from the earth. There's a whole network in the planet, a mycelium network. All the plants are connected to this network. It's true. If you've watched the Avatar movies, it's exactly true. The mycelium network connects all plants and they have a symbiotic relationship. The mycelium helps minerals to get to the plants. And then the fungus are little flowering parts of this mycelium network. It has to come out of the earth. It's very powerful stuff. That this comes from the energy of the earth. In the shamanic way, the mushroom is essentially the energy of the earth. The spirit of the earth, the life force of the earth is the veins, the blood of the earth. And it fills up the earth and it bubbles up into these mushrooms. It's another kingdom. You feel the energy. You have to hunt them in the forest. But it'll be the same business. The shaman will find the mushroom. They've got to creep up on it. If you disturb it, the energy retreats into the earth, and then you pick it, you haven't got so much of the soul, the spirit. They're trying to capture the energy. You hunt the mushroom, creep up on it, boop, pick it. Now you've captured some of the soul of the earth in that mushroom. Plus you've got all those minerals, elements in the mushroom that have got medicinal properties. You need the elements for your body, the building blocks. You need the energy to feed your energy, and you need the spirit, the particular shape, the particular structure of that plant. So that's how it works. Now, I'm not telling you the details about what plant does what this, that, the other. That you've got to study yourself, but use your intuition. I'm talking about intuition. And I would say there's 5 or 10 herbs is all you need, and they're all pretty safe. And most of them you can have in a salad. You know, coriander, mint, parsley, dill. These go in a salad. They're all very, very good stuff. Loads of them. Sorrel. Sorrel is more potent. And they've got a different flavour. The flavour, the potency of flavour is again talking to your soul spirit. When you taste the flavour, oh, it's an experience. It's the same as the smell. Oh, it's an experience. That experience is the energy going to your soul. That's why you eat the herbs, put them in your food. Same with spices. They're the same, herbs and spices. Put them in the food, it creates a potent flavour. That is the energy. That is the energy speaking to your soul. You're experiencing it. That's the shamanic side to it. The Taoists talk about this. Chinese medicine talk about this. So you want to capture the fragrance, capture the taste of the herbs. The ones you like are probably the ones that are good for you. But sometimes you've got to think about it. You might need medicine. You've got to take the ones you don't like. So you've got to, sometimes you have to. And then, of course, there's more. Basil, oregano. We got some beautiful oregano flowers that we got from Tenerife, dried. But they're so potent, these flowers. They come from the mountains in Tenerife. That dried herb is more potent than any dried herb I can get in a supermarket. So you want to find where you get the herb from a good place. So that will have medicinal qualities. But I'm not thinking about medicine. I'm thinking about cooking. What's delicious? Oh, that's the real medicine. You're just enjoying life. So you put the herbs, you put the berries in with your food. The ones you enjoy, the ones that give you potency. Yeah, and then you've got sage. You've got garlic. Garlic is potent. Onions. These are getting crossover to vegetables, but they're still potent vegetables. So they're more like medicine. So that's the way to think of it. Animal products is food. Plant products, mushrooms is medicine. You have a bit of both. Mostly animal products, then less plants, medicine, berries, and then less vegetables, grain. Grains are going down a bit too, they're a bit too heavy. Grains are not so good. You have less grains. And if you can avoid grains, it's even better. So my best diet is pretty much like the wild man diet, ancient diet, keto diet. But I still have a few grains, but try and have high quality grains and not too many. And processed food, of course, is the worst. Now you've lost all the energy, all the spirit, and you've lost all the medicine. And in fact, mostly all you're left with is poison. Processed food is poison, but it tastes good. So you've got a sort of amount of taste for your spirit. Yeah, that sort of feeds you, you enjoy it, but there's so much poison in there, you've got to fight with that as well. So the best of the best is high quality nutritious food that is delicious, your favourite food. So the herbs, you use the potency of the flavour. Try and find the most harmless ones, use them all the time, or as you want. And then of course you've got others, herbal tea, chamomile, all different ones, lemon balm, whatever you like. And they're, again, pretty harmless, or slightly different effect, and you make them into a tea. But you can have fresh chamomile growing, pick the flowers, put them in a tea. It's more potent. Fresh mint, put it in a tea, it's more potent. You're trying to capture the life. That's the shamanic way. And you've got to use your intuition, your feeling. I have a feeling, oh, I need some, I really fancy a mint tea. That's an intuitive feeling for medicine. You know, I'm getting really stressed. Do you know what? I'm just going to have a chamomile tea. And of course, you know, in real cases, you have to have the other potent medicines. Even now, psychedelics, mushrooms are prescribed in medicine. The sacred herb is now known to be medicinal. You can get CBD oil. You can also get THC oil. That's still, mostly you can't have it, but THC is more potent medicinal than the other one, CBD. It's more potent medicinal because it goes to your spirit. It gives you the experience. It takes you into the spirit world. That's why they don't like it. Because when you go into the spirit world, you connect to the energy and you find your own balance. This is what the shaman is doing. They're connecting to the energy and they've got to make their own balance. The herb is just helping them. I need a little bit of help. I take the herb and then I get the balance. And then that's it. I'm not hung up on the medicine. And I'm fluid. See, all these different crystals, they're all unique. Everyone is different. How do I know? I've got to feel it. Oh, this one. That's quite precise. I feel like using that one. That's the energy I need now. The same approach to herbal medicine. But you use it all, supplements, tinctures, whatever you like. Aromatherapy, as I said, whatever you like, what you feel like doing. But you play it easy. Work your intuition. Work your center, your energy. Try and feel it. And you will know. We all know. We've all got intuition. It's there. You just got to feel yourself. Do I feel? I feel better now. That's it. It's easy. Quite simple. And really, there's no doctor that can tell you the answer. They can't really tell you the answer. It's so complicated. Like I said, this body is so complicated. You can't possibly know the answer. You can't possibly diagnose it. The only way is feeling. That's the integrated way, the shamanic way. That's why I do healing. Healing is the safest way to help another person's energy balance. You're just going straight to the energy. You don't have to understand it. It's intuitive. You can't understand it. It's too complicated. You can understand the basic principles of it. That's what I'm trying to share on this channel. But ultimately, you have to feel it. I'm doing a healing for someone. Oh, I think this crystal will be good for you. I use that one. Intuition is the way. So I hope this little talk made sense. I'm not telling you anything particularly to do. I'm just trying to tell you the way that the shaman would do it. And that's the way that I try to do it. And I think it's the most efficient way. You don't have to study too much. You have to just study yourself. Find your intuition. There's plenty of information out there. Look at what people are saying, but use your intuition and experiment safely. You know, most of these herbs are safe. You know, like I said, put them in salads. You'll notice more energy. When you put herbs in a salad, you will notice the energy. You see? But even herbs like spinach, there's a bit of poison in spinach, not too much spinach. You've got to research a little bit about plants. Remember, plants, they're not so easy to digest. They're a different kingdom. Animal products we can digest. Again, I'll have to talk about this in a whole video by itself, and I will do. Eventually I'll do a video on optimum nutrition, and I'll explain this in more detail. But this is just shamanic way of herbal medicine. But the herbs are a medicine and a poison. So you've got to balance them carefully. Sometimes it's a poison, can't have it. But another time, oh, it's a medicine, I can have it. You have to know. Only the shaman will know through intuition. So, I hope this made sense. Please leave me any questions or comments below. And I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.